Hey everyone, this is NinjaX doing a strategy video for you guys. This is a ZvP strategy that I've been polishing for the last few days. I really enjoy playing with it, so here I am sharing it with you guys so you guys can play with it too. As I said, this is a ZvP strategy, and the whole premise of the strategy is to block the Protoss expansion with creep tumors. And to do that, we will need a fast Lair and a queen to walk across the map to drop tumors. My opponent here, DMC Dante, is a high-level diamond player. This is a custom game, and he's played against this strategy before. This is the second time that he's going to be playing against this strategy. However, he's not going to blind counter it. He's going to do a very ordinary 3-gate expansion. And this is the exact strategy that will deny a 3-gate expand. So here we will be opening 15 pool, 15 gas, and my opponent is going to go gateway into cybernetics core. Very standard. Now an important thing to note is that you want to send your drone scout right now. After you put down a pool, you want to send your drone scout, and this drone scout is going to be very important. The purpose of this drone scout is to confirm that he wants to expand. If you go to his base and you see that he's saving up a lot of chrono boost, or he's chrono boosting his cybernetics core over and over, that means he wants to do a one base strategy, probably a one base 4-gate strategy. In that case, you want to abandon this strategy because they're not trying to take the expansion. Here I try to block the cybernetics core for a couple of seconds. This is always a good play. Denying your opponent is always good. Back to my base, 15 pool, 15 gas, and a 15 Overlord. My opponent's probe here is blocking the expansion. Another thing you want to consider is that this strategy is very difficult for the Protoss to scout. The way I opened, with the pool and the gas, and now I'm expanding, this is very typical. This is very standard. So at this stage of the game, your opponent will not suspect anything like what you're trying to do. My Zerglings are now moving across the map. They're going to go down to the ramp and deny any more probes from coming out. You can see here my queen is walking across the map. When she comes out, you want to do one inject and immediately send her to the expansion. Also, you want to position an Overlord near his natural area so that when the queen arrives, you can move the Overlord into position to drop creep, which allows you to put the creep tumors with the queen. Now my Lair is going down now, and I also cut gas. You only need 200 gas. The first 100 gas goes to the Metabolic Boost, and the second 100 gas goes to the Lair. After that, you're going to cut gas for a while. Now I'm making a little bit more Zerglings. When the first group of larvae spawns from the inject, you want to use those larvae to make Zerglings, because Zerglings are going to delay your opponent from moving out, which gives you the opportunity to spread creep. You can see here my opponent has 1 Zealot, 1 Sentry, and 1 Stalker. If you only get 4, that's not going to be enough to delay it. That's why you get this pack of Zerglings, and when your opponent sees that many Zerglings this early in the game, they're going to be on the defensive for a while because they're not going to know what's up. As you can see here, right around the 6-minute mark, that's when everything lines up. That's when the Lair completes, and that's when the queen arrives, and that's when the Overlord moves into position to drop creep. So here I get a free sentry, but that's not important right now. What's important is the build. At the same time, after I secured the creep tumors, I would tech the Roaches. You want to tech the Roaches because you need to consider how a Protoss player is going to follow this up. chances are they're going to do a one base attack. In that case, the roaches are going to be there to defend it. Usually there are two responses I've seen so far. The first response is what he's doing, dropping down additional gateways to do an attack. The other response is to get the robotics facility and chrono boost out the observer, which allows him to clear the creep and get the nexus down. I feel like either of those responses are good for me. If he does a one base attack, I'm going to have roaches and spines to defend against that. If he's going to do a robotics facility into observer, it means that his nexus is going to be severely delayed. So either way, it feels like it's a win-win situation for me. In this case, my Protoss opponent is preparing to move out. He is bringing a probe to drop proxy pylons, and I will prepare for it. As you can see, I have a couple of spines, and I am getting more roaches while getting the speed upgrade for my roaches. At this stage, you want two gases. Two gases are going to allow you to get enough roaches to hold off whatever aggression he throws at you. My Protoss opponent here got all his Nexus energy saved up, ready to chrono boost and prepare for this attack, and all I have to do is hold this attack. My opponent cannot follow this up. He does not have an expansion, and he does not have the technology to move on into the mid-late game. Think of this as a very delayed 4-gate. A 4-gate usually comes at around the 6:30 second mark and the 7-minute mark, and he's coming at, look here, 9 minutes and 45 seconds. A severely delayed 4-gate. So here we go. The supply is very equal at this point, 68 to 59. Well, it started off pretty even, but now he's losing a lot of sentries, losing the zealots in the front, and his stalkers are open to attack by my roaches. Without the force fields, my roaches can easily get a good concave at the choke points. And now the supply differential is beginning to get larger. If you see the income tab, it is 28 harvesters against 23, which means the longer this game goes on, the more stuff I'm going to be able to make. As you can see here, I'm holding off the attack with roaches, and now he's running out of resources. His supply is significantly lower than mine, and it looks like I'm going to clean this up no problem. Yeah, that's it for my opponent. So here you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the strategy. Once again, I will post a replay and the build order. If you enjoy this, give it a thumbs up and try it someday. Alright? See you guys next time. Bye bye.